most commonly what we'll see from a non-injury problem that's a problem of the ankle is the fact that you don't have good mechanical movement of the ankle. You don't have good space in the joint. You don't have good length of the tendons around it, and you don't have good control of the muscles around it to stop the side-to-side motion. And all of that starts to create wear and tear and stress on the ligaments, on the tendons, on the joint surfaces themselves, and it'll usually present as some pain, global pain around the whole ankle joint at first, because what's happening is the whole ankle joint is kind of rubbing against each other because of too much, for example, side-to-side motion. If that problem progresses, it'll start to become very localized pain at a specific location where two bones are actually bumping up against each other. Now, if that persists over the course of a long period of time, it could start to turn into arthritis, but most commonly it'll just be ankle pain. Now, if that persists and continues, yes, like I said, it'll turn into arthritis, but at the same time, you're starting to then get a lot of tightness and a lot of shortening in structures of the ankle, like the Achilles tendon or the peroneal tendon, and that's what'll set off a tendonitis. So usually a tendonitis doesn't come on as a result of a specific injury. It comes on because of excess wear and tear on the joint over a period of time. We prevent all of those problems from occurring or from getting worse by making sure that the space in the joint stays as open as possible. You do that by making sure that you've got good mobility, especially in that upward direction, what's called dorsiflexion, by trying to limit and make sure that the ankle is as tight as possible in that side-to-side motion so that you don't get side-to-side shifting. And you prevent that by stretching and strengthening. Now, it's very easy to strengthen for the up and down motion, but it's very difficult to strengthen for the side-to-side motion, for that inversion and eversion. And that's really where physical therapy comes in. We can put together a specific program that's made for what you need to do in order to prevent excessive side-to-side motion. Now, if you've actually got an ankle problem, whether it's just global ankle pain, it's some swelling, it's a specific point tenderness, it's an Achilles tendonitis, it's arthritis, whatever it might be, then what we really need to do is evaluate your ankle, figure out what isn't moving properly, where the space isn't staying as open as it should be, where tendons aren't stretching out as much as they should be, and where muscles and ligaments aren't providing the support that they should be. Put together a specific program for you. Any ankle or foot problem can be taken care of, but it gets taken care of by putting a specific program together. So if you're having any ankle or foot problems, if you've had a history of ankle sprains, whether it's 1 or 30, if you've had a history of plantar fasciitis once or 10 times, etc., let the expert physical therapist here at Loudon Sports Therapy Center figure out what's going on with your ankle and help you to be able to have a good, happy life that allows you to move around without any ankle or foot problems.